In today's world, artificial intelligence is all around us, helping us search, communicate, learn, and create. But not everyone has the same access or understanding about this technology. Making sure everyone, regardless of age, experience, or background, has the tools and confidence to thrive in a digital world is digital inclusion, and AI is now part of this equation. At Markham Public Library, we realized that in order to keep our community informed, we needed to inform ourselves first. But where should we start?
My name is Phil Marbe. I am an AI educator and attorney, and I, along with my brother, co-founded ENGR Solutions. At ENGR Solutions, we educate public agencies like libraries about artificial intelligence and also develop specialized AI tools for these organizations. AI, in my opinion, is the most pivotal technology of our generation because it just makes each of us exponentially smarter, more efficient, and more productive. Usually, the more advanced and powerful a tool, the more training and expertise you need. But this isn't the case with AI. You can communicate at whatever level feels comfortable, making a lot of us feel very comfortable. And second, it helps you learn even complicated digital tools through simple language and instructions. So when I think about digital inclusion, what comes to mind is addressing barriers like technical complexity and specialized knowledge, which AI removes completely. This means more people can access not just AI itself, but also feel comfortable with a lot of other digital resources. Now, this doesn't mean that, all of digital inclusion is solved by AI. We have to also think about how do we ensure equitable access to AI tools themselves. But the potential that AI has to bridge this digital divide is remarkable to me.
AI helps digital inclusion by empowering all communities by making content accessible, for example, through language translation of speech to text or text to speech for those with visual and hearing impairments. AI can adapt this to the style of language used by users. And another example, AI can improve credit scoring for people without traditional banking access. AI can be used to design inclusive programming based on community user data, and predictive analytics can help manage book inventories and digital licenses.
So I think that to support digital inclusion, a big part of it is obviously helping customers, helping folks, everywhere learn more about what AI is, what it can do, how to access it. And I really like, the thing I like about AI is that it's very supportive of digital inclusion for a variety of reasons. One is just it's accessible to pretty much everyone. The best AI models nowadays are multimodal, so you can communicate to one by typing text. If you can't type text to it, you can verbally communicate with an AI model through video even. And language is not a barrier when it comes to AI. You can pretty much translate any language that's been written down to another language. And even if you don't use language, I believe AI can now parse sign language. And you can even, draw on a piece of paper and communicate that way to a lot of these advanced AI models. And additionally, I think when it comes to digital inclusion, there remains to be still a divide between, folks who can access state-of-the-art models versus those who can't, because a lot of these, ChatGPT, Claude, a lot of these are paid, and obviously that creates a barrier between socioeconomic backgrounds. But I think that gap is closing very quickly because we do have open source models. Meta's Llama model, the newly released DeepSeek are open source, therefore free for everyone. And in terms of quality, I think that these new free models are fast approaching that of the frontier models that are paid.
For our training, we used a peer training model or a train the trainer model. The staff who received training from ENGR Solutions worked with our training department to identify what they thought were the essentials for their colleagues to know. They all contributed content based on their areas of interest, and then worked with our team to work the material into a cohesive curriculum. They all had an opportunity to facilitate either the staff or customer-facing course. Based on the ENGR Solutions curriculum, these were the learning objectives that we identified for both staff and customers. This is a very basic course. So we want participants to understand the basic uses for AI and where we already find it in our daily lives. We want them to understand how AI can be beneficial, can be that equalizing force, and also what we need to be mindful of in terms of risks when we use AI. And finally, the actual act of prompting, how to create prompts, and which tools to use for what purposes.
I was a complete novice of AI when we began the training. There were so many media articles around that time that AI arose to prominence that were negative in tone and outlook in respect of job displacement and computers taking over the world. So getting to know AI, it's been enjoyable to realize that there are many benefits that AI can provide us, both individually and as a society.
In the future, I think we're gonna delegate, certain tasks to AI models, and essentially we're gonna become like managers of AI models. And I think that's gonna open up more time for us to be creative, to brainstorm, to try out new ideas that we might not have tried before, because we can pretty much, do the hard labor, give the hard labor to AI models and agents. I'm excited to see where that's gonna go 2-3 years from now, because I can imagine that, in the near future, everyone's gonna have an AI model at hand, on their phones, on their watches. AI is gonna be so cheap to run, it's gonna be so integrated into our lives that we probably can't imagine what life was before AI permeated our daily lives.
Working with libraries and librarians has been an incredible learning experience for me. I've always loved libraries personally. I was that nerd in high school that would go to the library all the time. I even went to the library in my high school. And so just the opportunity to now work with the library and to work with librarians, it's this full circle moment for me. I'm constantly blown away by your passion for community service and education. You all work tirelessly to make information accessible to everyone and to create spaces for learning and connection.